For the past 11 years, the U.S. Small Business Administration has offered a 7-month training program for small business owners. The Emerging Leaders Initiative provides classroom instruction, networking, and strategic planning. Here to tell us more is Constance Logan. She's the director of the SBA's Michigan District Office, along with one of this year's Emerging Leaders, Pamela Mack, who is co-founder of Bricks for Kids Detroit, and Lane Coleman, who's founder of Strike Group LLC, and a graduate of the first SBA class in 2008. Welcome all of you to American Black Journal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's start with talking about this program.
Yeah, so the Emerging Leaders Program is really an intensive program that's designed to accelerate the growth of high potential small business owners in underserved communities. So it's a 7-month program. We call it a mini MBA program.
All right.
And so we provide the classroom instruction. It's over a 7-month period. Those businesses have to be in business for at least 3 years, revenues $250,000, and be able to make a serious time commitment to this program.
Right. So what kind of things do they learn when they're in this 7-month
They
program?
learn growth strategies. They learn about financing. And the main thing, the takeaway is they develop a growth action plan, a 3-year growth action plan with benchmarks to tell them once they graduate, how do they scale? Here is a roadmap to scale that business.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the real challenges if you own a business is knowing when and how to grow it. And that's especially true for minority businesses, of course, who have other challenges that are with them all the time. But how should businesses think about growth? It's always something that's sort of out there, but not everybody knows when or how to do it.
That's right, that's right. It is a challenge. And the SBA, we're very proud of what we do. Emerging Leaders is only one program that we do, but I know we're going to talk about that here. And so once the individuals get into that program, they realize that they're not the only ones that are kind of stuck, if you will. And they get to collaborate with their CEO partners and talk about the challenges that they have and really understand that where they are is really not that unique.
Yeah.
And this program gives them a great opportunity to learn and really take that information and grow their business and take it to the next level.
Yeah. So Pamela, tell me about Bricks for Kids and how your participation in this program has helped you.
So Bricks for Kids is a part of a global franchise. We are the Metro Detroit franchise owners, and I co-partner with an educator, and we're committed to delivering STEM to Metro Detroit students using Lego bricks. And so when I joined the program, we were about 4.5 years old as a business. And it was a matter of every day when you get up, like, okay, what's next? What do you do? And this Emerging Leaders program was the perfect answer to that because what it, as Constance indicated, it provides a roadmap really for what do you do with your financials? How are you addressing marketing? How are you addressing HR issues? And so lots of work, but a great program to sort of put a framework and position us for the next 3 years.
So talk about what the future then looks like for your business now.
Oh, so the future is really bright for us. We have great clients that we're building, and the program really helped us think about new and emerging markets. So STEM is one of those fields that barriers to entry, STEM education, there are not a lot of barriers to entry, so we're always having to pay attention to, are we delivering excellent service, and are we delivering the product that's actually going to make the difference for creating the next generation of STEM professionals. And so, yeah, I think we're very well positioned to do that.
Yeah. Tell me about your business.
Stephen, Strike Group is what we refer to as we're government and defense contractors, primarily focused in the federal space and the military. And we're in 3 areas of expertise, what I refer to as sustainment logistics, distribution, and warehousing services.
And talk about your participation in Emerging Leaders and how it's helped.
Well, if I recall, we were one of your first classes.
You were the very first class.
The very first class.
Very first class.
And what was interesting about my experience, my background, I'm a retired naval officer, and then I worked 10 years in the sales and marketing arena. So I was very clear on marketing and leadership, and then I knew sales and marketing. I understood that very well. The one that really helped me out, because I'm an engineer by education, was the financial module. And I can give you a great story. I remember the first time we applied for a loan, the bank, they gave us some money, but they didn't give me what I thought we should have received. And so one of the pieces in that module that stuck out to me was understanding your ratios in your business when we started dissecting the financial statements. So then what I did, once I learned that, I went back and I started looking at our business. So we decided, all business is not good business. Right. So we eliminated some of those accounts that we had. And then we compared our company to a company that's very similar in our business, but $1 billion company.
Okay.
And what I found out, our ratios now were better than that company. So when we went back to the bank, we got the funding that we requested. So it was very valuable.
Yeah.
That's just one example.
Yeah. I'm curious how both of you got started with the idea of your own business. Like, at what point did you say, I'm done working for everyone else and I'm going to work for myself?
So mine started, so I'm an attorney by training. So I operated as in-house counsel for some large companies for several years and had a little boy. And who had this fascination with Lego bricks.
Legos.
Just love.
I had that same fascination when I was a kid.
So, just a very busy household, 2 attorney households, extremely busy. And I kept thinking, like, I love what I do, but I have a little boy who's waiting for me every day, last person in pickup, right? And so there was just this imbalance. And I thought, it would be great if someone, didn't think it was me, would have a program based on Legos that kids could learn some things. Long story short, found out about this franchise, and it was just the perfect timing to say, okay, I'm going to take this leap, and I'm going to buy this franchise.
Yeah.
So it was a great balance. So I was able, that's how I left corporate America and, practicing as a lawyer to do this. And it's been fantastic.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, for me, I think it was a little different. I like to say I was a little impatient with my environment. Retiring from the military and working in corporate America, there were some things I didn't like, and I frankly thought I could do a little bit better. So I've had several other companies that we've started. This one, it fixated and it focused on the government and the military. 95% of our team is former military. And the big thing for me was I was not happy with how corporate America treated the team. One of the things that they teach you in the military is, the team comes first. I was reading an article the other night. One of the great generals said that, I think it was a leader, he said, oh, we just lost the general. He said, well, how about the troops, the tanks, and the rest of the people? He said, they're fine. He said, good, because I can get a new general in 5 minutes. So the point is, the team is so very important. Yeah. And that's really what drives our business is we have a good team around us, and it helps us perform. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you must be sitting here just beaming hearing these stories from the two of them.
It's awesome. And what's more important, equally as important, is that when you look at the impact. So for Detroit, there was a survey done for Emerging Leaders Program from 2016 2018. 122 jobs have been created.
Wow.
Over 300 have been sustained. About 9.8 million in government contracting, and over 600,000 or so in loans. So we're being impactful and making a difference in the community, which makes me very proud.
Yeah. When he was talking about lending and banks, I mean, that's a big part of this, right? Helping people understand how to get capital, how to overcome the barriers to capital to grow your business. I mean, that's a huge thing for all businesses, but especially for minority businesses.
Absolutely, access to capital. And what this program really does is it teaches you, as Lane mentioned, how to be prepared. What are the banks looking for? Because, I mean, you don't want to go in and get declined and not really understand why. So it teaches you to be more proactive. So when you go in, you know what the lenders are looking for. And I mean, maybe you need more money. Or maybe you can collaborate. There's another source of revenue. It could be angel investors. So there's other forms of revenue. So access to capital and talent are the two challenges that businesses have.
So when you went back to the bank, you were able to get
exactly what
you needed.
Yes.
So what does the future look like now for your business?
Well, we're a global company. We operate in 3 different countries currently. One of the other things I would say about this program, though, is I graduated in 08, 09. I went to the graduation that you guys just had. I developed a relationship with a company that we're going to do some teaming, and we're meeting next week. So it's a great network,
which is
really
another
buildable.
huge key for businesses,
Yes.
small businesses.
Yes.
All right. Well, congratulations on your businesses
you.
and on the program, and thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having us.
Yeah.